This week on Retrospect, we travel back to the year 1995 for a look into some young experts talking about composting.
You can mix humus with your garden or with your flower pots. Anywhere you want a nice, good soil for growing things, because humus is perfect for that.
If you don't already know, your kids can probably tell you that humus is the product that forms in your composter.
Actually, I think they probably know more about composting than most of us adults do.
When you take out your garbage and stuff, you can take out the eggshells, the banana peels, and even grass clippings.
And what do they do? What do you do with them?
Well, you put them into the composter, and it heats up and it rots, and it deteriorates, and just makes soil and turns it into humus, and it provides some good soil.
These experts will tell you that there are only 5 essential ingredients needed to make your composter work. Those are heat, water, air, and the microorganisms that come to live in your compost to break it down. If you are interested in getting a composter like this one for your household, the Recycling Committee will be selling them Saturday, May 6th at the Lloydminster Exhibition Grounds. A composter will cost you $20. Part of the initial price tag has already been picked up by the city. Leanne Niblock, NewsHour.
Next, we jump forward to the year 1998 for a look into the Heart and Stroke Foundation and how they put the fun in fundraising.
Okay, let's go.
And with that, they were off. 30 pedal-pumping riders and 1 colossal bike, all to raise money for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. This is the 7th year for the Heartbeat Tour, and every year just keeps getting better and better.
This year, for the first time ever, the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Saskatchewan in a fiscal year raised over $3 million, and so that was very exciting for us.
For the 3rd year in a row, families from 55th Avenue here in the border city hopped on the giant bicycle to help out the cause. They, like many of the 4,000 others, return to the tour each year, collecting pledges and funding life-saving research in the province. And of course, to have a good time.
I mean, I think it's fun, but at the same time, we have people who come back year after year, and I think the novelty probably is worn off a little bit for them, but what's important to them is the cause, raising money for the Heart and Stroke Foundation.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great cause, and we like to raise money for the Heart and Stroke Fund, and we have a block barbecue afterwards. Kids are waiting there. We soaked us down as we rode by, and we just enjoy it.
1, 2, 3, yay!
There's never a dull moment for riders. Each leg of the 3 to 4 kilometer course is filled with pranks and amusing antics.
Our driver's job is to keep them entertained, so they're not just concentrating on pedaling. He gets them to do the wave, he gets them to do fire drills, he gets them to do turn signals, and he just tells jokes and keeps them entertained on the bike.
Its unique nature and appeal are the driving force behind a campaign that is vitally important. While there may be a lot of smiles and laughter on this tour, what should not be overshadowed is the event behind the cause. Shannon Fagan, NewsHour.
Lastly, we jump forward to the year 1999 for a look into the opening of a skate park.
For skateboarders and rollerbladers, finding a place to call their own has been a constant battle.
Basically, we got kicked off of a lot of spots, and people in general just didn't take a liking to us.
Now they have a place, an enclosed area at the north end of the Leisure Centre parking lot. It opened last Friday, and since then has attracted a number of boarders and bladers looking to catch some air off the ramps.
It's going to be, some trial and error, some growing pains, but we're a weekend into it, and I haven't heard of any major incidents in terms of accidents or anything like that. I'm sure there's been some bumps and scrapes, and you look at the size of the ramps, and some of these things are 7 feet tall. There's bound to be that, but yeah, overall we're pleased so far.
The city has teamed with local schools to make sure the park does not become a distraction to the education of the boarders and bladers. Right now it opens after the final bell of the day rings at 3:30, but once summer holidays roll around, the hours will lengthen from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. All boarders and bladers are encouraged to don protective equipment like knee and elbow pads, but when it comes to helmets, there is no encouragement. It's a must.
I think it's good. I think people should wear their helmets.
Parks like the one here in Lloydminster are becoming increasingly popular. Some can cost into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Dudding estimates the Border City Park falls within the 20s, but he says they still intend on protecting their investment and sustaining the park's long-term future.
Put on the rules that if graffiti shows up in the ramps, we'll take the ramps out, and we're looking for cooperation from the boarders themselves, and if it's used responsibly, it'll stay here. If it's used irresponsibly, well, unfortunately, we'll have to shut it down. So we're hoping we don't get too many bad apples that wreck it for everybody else.
Shannon Fagan, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consort.